it's Liv, and today I'll be reviewing the following book, The Guy, the Girl, the Artist and His Ex by Gabrielle Wilson, a 256-page book published on April the 1st of 2015. It's a book following the lives of two teens and two adults in their early 20s in a new Australian title meshing the two groups together. I selected this book out of all the other Inky choices because this one seemed to hook me through its blurb. In order from the title of the book, we are introduced to the main characters, Guy, Raffi, Luke and Penny. Guy is a year 12 student who struggles to tell his parents the truth after 2 years of forging his report cards. The second character is Raffi. After the tragic death of her brother, her and her depressed mother moved to Melbourne to start afresh. What I like about Raffi's perspective was the Spanish legend La Llorona, which tells the story of a beautiful woman by the name of Maria who drowns her children in the Mexican River in order to be with the man she loved. When she tries saving them, she too drowns herself. And when asked at the gates of heaven where the whereabouts of her children are, she's rejected and she's now doomed to spend the rest of eternity in the afterlife, in the spirit world and the living world to find her dead children. Personally, I love hearing about legends and ghost stories, and this one instantly drew me in. Despite the boring beginning of the book, this book managed to keep me hooked in to find out what happens in the end. But what disliked me the most was Raffi's mother. She was too engrossed with the legend and her depression to worry about her living daughter. Now, on to the next character, Luke. Where do I begin with Luke? He's a lying cheater who knocked up his ex-girlfriend and treats her like rubbish. And I'm instantly not a big fan of men who treat women like that. It's disgusting. What's worse that he forges paintings for a living and calls himself an artist. And he's too focused on the heist he's planning rather than his own son. And what bothered me when I was reading his perspective was that I didn't know who the artist was in the title. There were two characters introduced in his perspective, Dipper and Luke. Until reading his next perspective, I realised the artist was Luke. The last character, Penny, I had mixed feelings towards her. Personally, I wanted to feel sympathetic towards her because her ex-boyfriend knocked her up, threw her out, and doesn't do anything to help her and the son. However, the thing that pisses me off about her character is that Luke cheats on her with younger women, treats her terribly, and is too focused on his so-called grand heist rather than his own son, and she uses him, their son, to constantly go back to him. Personally, that's disgusting, and that pretty much sets her character out as a doormat to Luke's disgusting behaviour, because she continuously tells herself that she still cares despite the obviousness that he doesn't. Overall, the book's characters were flawed, the plot I didn't enjoy as much. I had to push myself into reading the book but gave up instantly. I'm going to give this book 5 stars out of 10 because as much as it was a disappointment, there were parts of the book that made this worth the effort of reading, especially with the use of a real-life legend. So if you want to read a book with flawed characters, an amazing legend, diversity, then read The Guy, the Girl, the Artist and His Ex.